Good evening. We would like to welcome everyone this evening to the Mesa City Council meeting for Monday, February 10th, 2014. As always, I'm Mayor Scott Smith, and always it's an honor and a privilege for me to conduct this meeting. Is Pastor Fort here? Okay. We'll begin this evening with an invocation by me, Pastor Me, after which will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Scout Aaron Kafka, who's here with Troop 557. So if you'd please rise for the invocation and the... Our Father who art in heaven, we thank thee so very much for the opportunity we have to meet here together as a city council and citizens, and we thank thee so very much for the blessing we have of living in this great country and this state and in this beautiful city. We're thankful for the opportunities we have to serve our fellow citizens and for the beautiful city in which we reside. Please bless us that as we contemplate the decisions that will be directed in doing what's right for the citizens and for the city, that we'll put personal interests aside and do what is right for the future of our city and its citizens. We thank thee again for these many blessings, and these things we say in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. We'll now proceed with the welcome.
Welcome to the Mesa City Council meeting. Thank you for your interest in the City of Mesa. At this time, please turn off or select the vibrate option on all cell phones while the meeting is in progress. If you would like to speak on any items, please fill out the blue cards located in the back of the room and give it to the city clerk. We ask you to limit your comments to 3 minutes. You can also ask for an item to be removed from the consent agenda. Items on the consent agenda are read into the record and voted on in one motion. At the end of tonight's meeting, under items from citizens present, there will be an opportunity for 3 citizens to speak on any issue, with a maximum of 3 minutes each. The council cannot respond to your comments. When the mayor calls your name, please step up to the podium, state your name and address, and make your comments. The City of Mesa operates under a council district system with the mayor elected at large. The mayor of Mesa is Scott Smith, serving his second term. There are 6 districts in Mesa, and here are your elected council members. In District 1, Dave Richens represents Northwest Mesa. In District 2, Vice Mayor Alex Finter represents Central and South Central Mesa. In District 3, Dennis Cavanaugh represents Southwest Mesa and the area south of downtown. In District 4, Christopher Glover represents downtown Mesa. In District 5, David Luna represents Northeast Mesa. And in District 6, Scott Summers represents Southeast Mesa. Information about your council member and the City of Mesa is available online at mesaaz.gov. All city council meetings are broadcast live and then rebroadcast on Mesa Channel 11 and on mesachannel11.com.
Thank you. One of the things we really enjoy doing here in the City Council is recognizing achievement and accomplishment by not only our citizens, but especially by our city staff. We have one of the finest, we have the finest group of city employees in the state, if not in the nation. We're a little bit biased on that, but we actually believe that because we get to work with them on a daily basis. And I will tell you that one of the great privileges I have had in the almost 6 years I've been in office, and I think I speak for my my cohorts here on the council, is the pleasure I've had in working with a group of professionals who are dedicated, who are focused, and who give it their all. And they make our life a lot easier, and they make this city a lot better. This group of individuals would not be like this if they didn't have great leadership. And no, I'm not talking about us up here. They're led by an incredible city manager and his staff in the left. And this past week, we had the opportunity to see one of our members of our city management recognized. So Kari Kent, who is you assistant or deputy? I can never keep this straight.
I'm the Deputy City Manager, Mayor.
Deputy City Manager will give us some insight as to who this person is and what exactly they were recognized for.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. As you indicated, my name is Kari Kent. I'm the Deputy City Manager for the city, and I'm also the 2014 Arizona City County Management Association President. Our association represents local government managers from 91 cities, towns, and counties throughout the state of Arizona. Last Thursday, we held our Winter Conference Awards ceremony, whereby we recognized individuals who demonstrated the highest level of professional excellence in local government and who have made life contributions in serving our profession. One of the awards I presented was the John J. Dabalski Award, and is the highest honor that our association bestows upon an active city or county manager. The namesake of the award, Jack Dabalski, was the executive director of the League of Arizona Cities and Towns for 40 years and was well respected and an advocate for the council-manager form of government. As this year's president of the association, I had the honor of recognizing various award winners, and I'm proud to announce that this year's Dabalski City Manager of the Year Award is our very own Christopher Brady. Chris was recognized for his 25 years of service to the local government profession, and most notably his outstanding accomplishments here in Mesa by partnering with the Mesa City Council, city staff, and our residents in creating transformational projects to build a better Mesa. These initiatives, as you know, have gained Mesa national and international recognition as being tactically bold as well as forward-thinking. Chris was also recognized for creating a leadership pipeline, fostering the next generation of local government leaders, and ensuring the future success of the City of Mesa by developing all levels of the organization. Chris regularly meets with college students to share his expertise, has created internships and full-time employment opportunities for recent college graduates, created the Executive Manager Program, which rotates 4 city employees through our city manager's office, and regularly shares Mesa best practices with other communities in our association. We are fortunate to have a city manager who is not only a strategic leader and a dedicated professional, but knows how imperative the council-manager relationship is to the success of our community and the importance of building trust with the citizens we serve. If you can please help me in congratulating Chris for this well-deserved achievement. Congratulations, Chris.
You know, we would have Chris say something, but we're pressed for time tonight. So, Chris, how do you respond to such an accusation that you were
Kari
actually
has
the
been
best
more than generous, and I'm very humbled by that recognition. And I'll have to share with the council and the mayor, as part of, this had been, I had been told about this award some time ago, but we hadn't talked about it to too many people, and because I wasn't sure if they were going to retract their award or anything. I wasn't sure. I didn't want to jinx it. But, the mayor found out the Sunday before and called me and said...
but not from you.
No, he didn't find out from me. He found out from someone else. And called me and said, hey, I hear you're wearing you're going to have this great award. So how did this happen? I mean, he was a little bit incredulous, I think, curious about how this came about. And so I quickly was thinking, as a good city manager, thinking some good excuses to come up with. And as you noticed, Kari's very good. And I said, well, it's probably the creative writing of our city staff in the application. They're very good at creative writing skills. And he said, no, I really don't think that's it. And I said, well, there's a tendency in this profession to have a lot of turnover in the city manager. So I thought it was kind of a last man standing award. I just happened to be the most tenured city manager in the valley. He says, I don't think that's it. I said, well, as mentioned, I think it's just a great city staff. We have a great team. He goes, well, that's a possibility. That'd be some part of it. And then I realized who I was talking to. I was talking to the mayor. And I realized, as a good city manager, the first reason, and to truly say this with all honesty, it really is because we have a great mayor and city council that have made the opportunities available for me and the city staff to do great things. So thank you, mayor and city council, for your support, because you can have great city managers and great skills and experience, but unless they have the support of their elected officials, you're not going to get things done. So we've been able to do a lot of great things, and I appreciate the opportunity to work with this council to get things done. So thank you very much.
That's a concerted or joint awe. No, thank you. That's not quite how I remember the phone conversation, but you know, it's close. It's close. No, congratulations. You know, when we first came here, we put a real emphasis, this council did, on striving for excellence. And not that we had to state anything new, because that was already something which was being advanced by our city staff and our city manager. But what we also did is we wanted to participate in outside affirmation. The reason for this, and we call this celebrating our successes, and there's no such thing as a small success. Everything is important. The reason we want to do this is that when those outside the city and when we participate in these programs, one of two things happen. You either don't win the award, and if you don't win, it gives you opportunity to say, okay, who beat us and why, what can we do to better ourselves or maybe emulate what they're doing, what can we learn from it? Or when you are recognized, you can say, you know, it's sort of affirmation that you're doing some things right. I think the fact that we have been named, or we have a city manager who is named the best in the state, and I don't think it was last man standing or sitting or lying or whatever. It was really because as we go around this state, I'm constantly asked questions, how do you guys do this? And I can tell you, we on this stand would not be anywhere as successful without the staff. And I tell people, this is a civics lesson, Scout. Well, let's say we have 3,500 employees in Mesa. 35 employees literally work for the city council, and 3,495 work for this gentleman down here. That's how it's set up. They work for the city manager. And so when there's a success, believe me, the city staff, led by a great city manager, are really the reason for it. So thank you for all you've done, Mr. Brady. Well deserved. Well deserved. Thank you. Okay. Next item on the agenda is the consent agenda, which will be read into the record this evening by Mr. Kevin Christopher, who, if they had an award for consent agenda presenters, would also be named the best in Arizona.
All right. Thank you, Mayor. All citizens are permitted and encouraged to speak on agenda items. If you're interested in speaking, please fill out a blue card in the back of the room and give it to the city clerk. When the council considers the item, it will be called to the podium to provide your comments. Mayor and council members, these are the items in the consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk will be considered as a group by the city council and will be enacted with one motion. There will be no separate discussion unless a council member or citizen requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered as a separate item. If a citizen wants an item removed, a blue card must be completed and given to the city clerk prior to the council's vote on the consent agenda. Item 2, approval of minutes of previous meetings as written. Item 3A, act on liquor license application for Commemorative Air Force Airbase, Arizona, one-day charitable event, Saturday, March 8th, 2017, North Greenfield Road. Item 3B, act on liquor license application for Fountain of the Sun Community Association, one-day civic event, Friday, February 14th, 560 South 80th Street. Items 3C through 3E have been deleted. Item 3F, act on liquor license application for All Saints Men's Ministry, one-day religious event, Friday, February 14th, 1534 North Record Road. Item 3G, act on liquor license application for St. Bridget Catholic Church, one-day religious event, Saturday, March 1st, 2213 North Lindsay Road. Item 3H, act on liquor license application for Maya NY Pizza Bar and Grill, 223 East Brown Road. Items 3I through 3L, act on liquor license applications for the following Applebee's Neighborhood Bars and Grills. Item 3I, 2032 East Baseline Road. Item 3J, 2053 South Alma School Road. Item 3K, 1143 North Higley Road. Item 3L, 6259 East Southern Avenue. Item 4A, act on contract to purchase replacement LED lighting system for the upper level city council chambers as requested by the Office of Public Information and Communications. Item 4B, act on contract to purchase replacement carpet at Mesa City Council chambers as requested by the Facilities Maintenance Department. Item 4C, act on 29-month term contract for service recognition awards for the Human Resources Department. Item 4D, act on 3-year term contract for light duty automotive body shop shop repair services for the Fleet Services Department. Item 4E, act on contract to purchase one replacement DUI Command vehicle for the Police Department. The purchase is grant funded by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety and by the Capital General Fund and the Police Department operating budget. Item 4F, act on 3-year term contract for vehicle decals for the Fire and Medical and Police Departments. Item 4G, act on contract to purchase one replacement heavy-duty truck and mounted highway striper system for the Transportation Department. This purchase is funded by the Vehicle Replacement Fund. Item 4H, act on 3-year term contract for LED traffic signal heads and pedestrian signals for the Materials and Supply Warehouse for the Transportation Department. Item 4I, act on contract to purchase 2 replacement trailer-mounted water pumps for the Transportation Department. This purchase is funded by the Vehicle Replacement Fund and by the Capital General Fund. Item 4J, act on contract to purchase 3 replacement solid odor control recirculation pumps for the Greenfield Water Reclamation Plant for the Water Resources Department. A majority of the purchase is funded through reimbursements by the towns of Gilbert and Queen Creek. There's also funding from Mesa's Greenfield WRP Joint Venture Fund through 2010 wastewater bonds. Item 4K, act on contract to purchase and install new equipment to upgrade 2 waste gas burners at the Greenfield Water Reclamation Plant as requested by the Water Resources Department. A majority of the purchase is funded through reimbursements by the towns of Gilbert and Queen Creek. There's also funding from Mesa's Greenfield WRP Joint Venture Fund through 2010 wastewater bonds. Item 4L, act on contract to purchase and install 3 replacement articulating arms to upgrade utility maintenance vehicles, valve trucks, as requested by the Water Resources Department. This purchase is funded by the Utility Replacement, Extension, and Renewal Fund. Item 4M, act on contract for the 3rd guaranteed maximum price package for the Oakland Athletics Spring Training Facility, a construction manager at risk project. The package includes the remaining scope of work necessary to complete the project at Fitch Park and Hohokam Stadium. The funding is available from the Spring Training Construction Fund. Item 5A, act on resolution authorizing the city manager to execute an intergovernmental agreement and resolution for the 90th Street and Butternut Avenue Drainage Improvement Project. The Flood Control District of Maricopa County will fund 75% of the project construction cost. Item 6A, introduction of ordinance regarding Z14-004, 4004 East Hermosa Vista Drive, located south and east of McDowell Road and Val Vista Drive. Rezone and site plan review to allow development of a single residence subdivision. Item 6B, introduction of ordinance regarding Z14-002, the 3200 to 3300 blocks of East McKellips Road and the 2000 to 2100 blocks of North 32nd Street. This is located at the northeast corner of McKellips Road and 32nd Street. Rezone and site plan review to allow development of a single residence subdivision. Item 7A, act on subdivision plat, map of dedication South Encore, the 5400 to 5700 blocks of South Encore, located west of Signal Butte Road and south of Ray Road. Item 8A, act on ordinance adopting a resolution declaring Appendix A amendments to the Mesa Zoning Ordinance, January 13, 2014, a public document, and providing for availability of the document to the general public. Item 8B, act to amend the Mesa Zoning Ordinance, Title 11 of the Mesa City Code. Amendments include various housekeeping items and minor revisions to Title 11, Chapters 2 through 8, and 30 through 34. Mayor and council members, these are the items on the consent agenda.
Thank you, Kevin. Are there any items, or is there an item that any member of the council would like to remove from the consent agenda? Mickelson, is there any request from the public to remove an item?
No requests, Mayor.
Okay, we have one member of the public that submitted a card, items 3I, J, K, and L, in support of those. Andrea Lukowitz. Close enough? Okay, you don't need to speak. We're fine. Just wanted to put it in the record that you submitted a card. Okay, we have a motion to I didn't want to tell you couldn't speak. It's just that, no, you don't want to speak right now. It's going pretty well for you, all right? Okay, good. Thank you. We have a motion from Councilmember Kavanaugh and a second from Councilmember Summers to approve the consent agenda. Is there any discussion? Please vote. The vote is 7-0 in the affirmative, and the motion carries. The next item on the agenda is item 9A, liquor license application for Circle K store number 8862. This is requesting location transfer of a liquor store license for Circle K 8862 on 753 West Broadway Road, Circle K Stores, Inc. This location has a beer and wine license held by Circle K stores that will revert back to the state. We went over in study session what this is. It's a transfer from one location to the next. There were questions on this location as it related to Circle K's adherence with Septed Sword Ordinance that we passed 3 years ago, and whether Circle K was in compliance, and therefore this was removed from the consent agenda by Councilmember Richens. Do we have a motion on this item? Okay, we have a motion from Councilmember Kavanaugh to approve, a second from Councilmember Luna. Are there any comments? Okay. Councilmember Richens.
I'm not going to, vote against it, but they said that Circle K is complying with this location, so I'll be supporting it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. No further comments. Please vote. The vote is 7-0 and the motion carries. Ms. Mickelson, is there any request to speak from the public?
No request, Mayor.
Okay. We have a motion adjourned from the Vice Mayor, a second from Councilmember Glover. All in favor say aye. Aye. We are adjourned. Thank you.